What's up guys, and welcome to another track guide. This week we're at Barcelona with the Ferrari 296 GT3, and this track will put everything you've learned through the season to test. This track has pretty much every kind of corner you can imagine, and there are multiple places where you can lose the car even with the best setup I could make for this. It's safe to say the drivers who are able to adapt quickly and survive a full race without many mistakes will come out on top. Just reminding you that our lovely YouTube members are getting access to all track guide contents with a 2-day head start compared to their competition. So if you want to become part of that group and support the work that I do, make sure you click the join button, and don't forget to also join my Discord community to get the setups, ghost car, telemetry files, and all of the necessary information you need to schedule a coaching session with me, just like dozens of other LFM drivers have already done. Now let's get into the track guide. Coming into turn 1, start braking hard in a straight line about 3 car lengths before the 100 board, and try to keep the car stable over the elevation change on turn in. Don't be afraid to overslow the car here, because the correct minimum speed is much lower than you might think, especially because you can't touch any curb throughout this whole section, and we want to prioritize a good exit for the left-hander coming up ahead. Through Renault, lift off the throttle as soon as the inside curb starts to check up early, and start gently rolling on the throttle to let the car naturally wash out to the exit with the increase of speed. Pay attention to my steering inputs and notice how I don't add or subtract any steering angle. I'm letting the increase in speed take me on an opening spiral to make use of the increase in corner radius that happens on exit of this turn, without really upsetting the car. Now like and subscribe for this practical use of physics. Into Repsol, start braking just before you pass under the bridge and carry the brakes into an early apex. The line we're going to take for this corner follows the same principles as the previous one, and it's very similar to what you see from F1 drivers when they're at this track. Into the hairpin, start braking at the white squares on the tarmac and go all the way down into first gear, carrying the brakes right up until the moment of reacceleration. Into the Esses, brake as soon as the outside curb starts, or maybe even a little earlier just to be safe. And it's super important to be a little bit under the limit on the way in, because you want to keep the car settled for a strong exit up the hill. For this fast right-hander, run the car over the very edge of the track and turn in once the outside curb ends, while trailing a small amount of brake. Once you can clearly see the exit, smash the throttle and let the car naturally run wide to the exit. Start braking hard at the 100 board and heavily lean on the ABS during the entire braking and turn-in phase. We want a very tight line through this turn, especially on exit, because this section of tarmac is very bumpy, and the tighter line will allow us to accelerate in a straighter and shorter line into the next turn. Take a wide entry to help you not overslowing too soon, and straighten your exit because the car can get very lively on throttle, as you can see here. I also recommend dialing your traction control down to 6 for racing to help you with this specific section. I could say a whole lot of stuff for this next section, but at the end of the day, it's all about confidence. During a race, I would recommend staying off the inside curb on the first right-hander because it can throw the car off in a very unpredictable way, so just manage your speed and take these corners in third gear while trusting the aero. So that was a lap around Barcelona with the Ferrari 296 GT3, and this is a wrap for season 16 in low fuel motorsports. Thank you so much for the awesome amount of support through all of these videos, and as always, enjoy the hot lap.